January 3. 456 B.C. Myronides the Athenian general defeated the Boeotians at Enophyta. 106 B.C. Birthday of Marcus Tullius Cicero, the Roman orator. 1641. Jeremiah Horrocks, an English astronomer, died. He seems to have been the first to observe the transit of Venus over the Sun's disk, from which he deduced many useful observations, though not aware of the full importance of that phenomenon. 1661. Secretary Pepys, seeing the comedy of the Beggars Bush performed at Lincoln Inn Fields, says, "And here the first time that ever I saw women upon the stage." 1670. George Monck, Duke of Albemarle, died. He entered the British Army at an early age, and in 1639 was engaged in the unfortunate expedition of Charles I against the Scots. He was confined 3 years in the Tower under the Parliament, during which he wrote a work on military and political affairs. A commission in the Republican army against the Irish, the Scotch and the Dutch. But at the death of the Protector he employed his influence to reinstate the Stuarts. In 1666 he was again employed against the son of his old antagonist Tromp, in which the English fleet was much damaged, and both claimed the victory. 1717. Lambert Boss, an eminent Dutch philologist, died. He was born in Friesland 1670. Studied under his father, who was a clergyman, became private tutor in a family of rank, and subsequently professor of Greek in the University of Franeker. He was an indefatigable student, and regretted every moment which could not be devoted to his favored pursuit. The number and character of his works mark his industry. 1724. Philip V of Spain abdicated the throne in favor of his son Louis, but he dying the same year, Philip resumed the crown again. 1730. The Turks began to learn the art of war and fortification after the European model, from Count Bonneval of France, who became a Mussulman. 1777. Battle of Princeton, New Jersey, between the British and a division of the American Army, under General Washington. The British lost 100 men, and 300 more, who had taken refuge in the college, were forced to surrender. 1795. Josiah Wedgwood died. His father was a Staffordshire potter, to whose business he succeeded, and soon distinguished himself by his discoveries and improvements, insomuch that in a few years England, instead of importing the fine earthenwares, was enabled to supply her neighbors. He was a scientific, as well as an active and enterprising man, and benevolent with all. 1797. 3 of the large stones in the antique pile at Stonehenge in England fell, the smallest of which weighed 20 tons. They were loosed, it was supposed, by the severe frost of that season. 1805. Charles Townley, an English antiquarian, died. He employed his liberal fortune in the collection of rare manuscripts and relics of ancient art, and died at the age of 68, bequeathing his collection of antiquities to the British Museum. 1805. Alexander Wedderburn, Lord of Rosslyn, died. He distinguished himself as a lawyer, and was appointed Solicitor General in 1771, in which office he is remarkable for having insulted Franklin in arguing on American affairs before the Privy Council. He joined the administration under Pitt, in 1793, and succeeded Lord Thurlow as Chancellor, from which office he retired in 1801, with the title of Earl of Rosslyn. He is the author of a work on the management of prisons. 1815. British frigate Junon, Captain C. Upton, captured the American privateer Guerrier, of 4 guns and 60 men, from Portsmouth, New Hampshire. 1844. Levi Hedge, author of a treatise on logic and editor of an improved abridgment of Drive Brown's lectures on the philosophy of mind, died at Cambridge, England. 1847. John Shepherd, a soldier of the Revolution, died at Royalton, Ohio, aged 119. 1853. The Pantheon in Paris reopened as the Church of Saint Genevieve.